Is this on?
It is on. So it's been 2 weeks since my last update, and I've done great things with that time, mostly enjoying time outside of the hospital, but hanging out with Kay and rock climbing occasionally, actually twice. I got to catch up with a number of friends, which was great. I got to see a CIA improv show, which was also a fantastic show. Well done. And I ate tons of sushi. My favorite being the bagel roll, a basically combination of salmon and cheese, cream cheese, and rice, and then you deep fry the heck out of that, and it is delicious and not gluten-free at all, and it was okay. So today I was readmitted to Duke for consolidation chemo. Last time it was 3 days of idarubicin and 7 days of low-dose cytarabine, and that is the standard treatment for AML. And then I went through a few weeks of recovery, and that was all inpatient. Turns out that worked great. The latest biopsy results showed no signs of AML or MDS. Granted that statistically the AML is still there and it would relapse if I didn't get continued treatment, but that's why I'm here for the consolidation chemo. More excellent news that I just learned today, not even my parents know about this, is that apparently I have tested FLT3 negative, which is a fantastic sign, a fantastic indicator for future prognosis. It's a complicated thing. It's a mutation involved with AML. It's not guaranteed to stay negative, but that's partially what this consolidation chemo and future FLT3 inhibitors will hopefully help keep me negative. If I remain negative after the bone marrow transplant for a couple of months, then my prognosis long term is vastly better than the alternative. So hopefully we'll stay FLT3 negative. But it's fantastic that it's happened at all, so that's really cool. So this time in Duke, I will be here for about 6 days, getting high dose, about 3 grams of cytarabine at a time, at 12-hour intervals with 24-hour hiatus in between, every two doses or so. So that's like I'll get 3 grams at 9 o'clock, and then 3 grams at 9 o'clock the next morning, and then there'll be a 24-hour hiatus, and then another 3 grams at 9 o'clock that next evening or whatever, and that kind of thing. The idea of the consolidation is that it's going to try to clean out as much of the residual AML or mutated bone marrow cells as possible. It's probably, again, not going to get them all, but it's going to try to clean out as much as possible. And the side effects are potential neurotoxicity, which they will be testing me for on a regular basis, and irritated eyes, which they're giving me steroid eye drops for, which they haven't told me specifically, but I believe they might give me something like binocular vision, which is almost like a superpower, but is that not? It might not be how it works. Now, so I'm basically going to, after this 6 days, I'm probably going to have symptoms that are relatively similar to the last time, so it's not going to necessarily be fun. But the difference is now that I am a chemo connoisseur, a chemo connoisseur, or a bone marrow maestro, or an oncological authority. I liked that one. Now I can actually do that at home, so the nurses can't hear me bitching about the hospital food the entire time. But they'll still have me coming in every couple of days, and so I can tell them how crappy my home food is when I see them then. But I'll still get to bitch about my food, just not as often. But I'm still going to be neutropenic while I'm at home. So basically, for a few weeks in the month of October, I'll be at home, but I'll still be kind of recovering, and so I'll still have to avoid sick people or crowds or children or the Golden Corral, or basically salad bars or things like that. So I'll be basically laying low for a bit in October, just taking it easy and recovering. I'm trying to think. There's basically, the only other update that I have from the last time is that there was no adult bone marrow match, sad face, but there was a juicy giant cord blood, or there's like umbilical cord that they've apparently identified with my genetic name on it. So actually 2. So they've got one that they're going to do some kind of funky, cool scientific experiment stuff to make it even juicier. And if that doesn't work, then they'll go to a backup cord, which they've got in the basement at Duke, which is apparently where they keep their baby parts, or extra birth parts. It's not baby. It's not. There's no parts of babies involved. Jonathan Swift. No. All right. So yes, and so tentatively the stem cell transplant, it's a bone marrow transplant, but it's basically a stem cell transplant from the umbilical cords, is scheduled to start at the beginning of November, or around that time, depending on insurance finagling and other scheduling stuff that they have to work out and logistics. So yes, that will be a whole different set of videos that I'll get to later on. And I think that's about it. Now to Kay with her review of tonight's Noodles and Company dinner.
So we have the pesto pasta, but they seem to have gone light on the basil, so it's basically just peppery. But it's okay. Still better than hospital food.
Fantastic. Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Bye.